Hey guys, Mrs. C here with Mr. and Mrs. C's Homestead. Unfortunately, we are not going to have a cooking video this week because Mr. C is, I believe, Ohio, I believe is where he's at, having to do some overtime. So, which is definitely a big help when he gets that. Wanted to show you anyways our blueberry bushes. We have picked quite a bit so far off of these. They're real small right now. I had cut them back before winter, so it's going to take a while for them to get up there. But anyways, we had a few bushes that produced quite a bit. Anyways, we've got a total of, we had bought 6 at the time that we got these, and all of them have survived except for, through the winter, except for one. And that's this one over here. The freeze just pretty much killed it off, so we'll eventually have to get another one and replace it. And then it had also done some damage to this one, but one of the branches it had come off of it, so it still survived. We had to cut the rest of it way back, and but they're doing good. And I want to show you my mostly finished, I'm not going to say it's finished, but mostly finished flower bed. I did put 10 more bags of dirt, so it's done as far as how much dirt I had to put in. I did put, I believe it was 5 bags of compost, 5 more bags of topsoil. I am not putting the plants in the ground as far as planting them in the ground this year. I'm leaving them in their pots. Mainly because I still have to get this soil ready. I need to put more, like some perlite in there. But here's what we have. I picked these up today. I picked this one up today. More of that there, and I picked this one up. This one actually is supposed to vine, so I need to find a like a trellis to put behind it, and I want to get it to where it goes up and try to get it start growing up these the spindles of the deck. And then I picked up a couple of these here, and then we got this one here. And this was awesome because where I got these from, the lady sold me that whole big plant, and it's huge. I think they're petunias. Anyways, for $5. So, and yes, it was at a business. It wasn't like a regular nursery business. It was more like a farm stand with some, and they had plants out there. And I picked all the rest of them, like all of these, like this here, this one here, these here, all $3.50 a piece. So the rest of them, these here, I got at a regular nursery, and they cost me like $8 a piece, which I thought was kind of high. That's kind of expensive for that size of a plant, but that's your typical nursery prices, I guess. What I wanted to really talk about here, though, is you don't always have to have and go buy things to accent your garden, I guess you would say. And what I mean by that is like your stones, things like that, boulder-looking things. And if you're in certain areas like here, you go to buy a boulder, they're kind of costly. They have one down at the nursery down there, and it was like $600 for a boulder. But not that I want it, but still. Anyways, if you got cut up logs that's been sitting out there for a while or something like that, that's what I've done here. Is I just kind of stacked them. Okay, and then I put these over in here, one up straight there, the other one just laying in there, and it accents everything. And then I have this one over here, okay, that it's been sitting out in the rock pile, or out in the, excuse me, the wood pile for a while, and it was cut like that. So it kind of makes a little perfect stand to two-tier things, you know. Now, this here, this, I made that out of, if you take a concrete pad, you buy some, I think they call it Quikrete is what they call it. And you, excuse the mess over here because we're still working on the shed and all this stuff. And anyways, we left these in the bag, okay? And after over the winter, they've gotten wet and all this, I took a big hammer to that. It's solid now. I mean, it's not gonna go anywhere. It's not, you know. I took a hammer and I chiseled it out and banged on it and chiseled out sections of it to give it that stone like it's a big rock look to it. And that's gonna be there forever. They ain't gonna go nowhere. It ain't falling apart, nothing like that. So that's a simple way to create something to put into your garden, you know, that's gonna look nice when you're done with it. I mean, at least I think it looks nice. That might be a matter of opinion, I guess. So, but I wanted to share that with you. There is a lot of things that you can do to kind of jiffy up your garden, you know, your little flower bed, just to give it some accented looks and things like that. That's like I was gonna buy this, down at the nursery they had this little, it couldn't have been no more, maybe a foot tall is what I'm guessing. It was a little metal rooster. They wanted $50 for this thing. I was like, you've got to be kidding. You can, things like that, you can find them all over Marketplace. I mean, where people ask $5 for, you know, they're just trying to clear out their garage or things they don't use anymore, or maybe they're not doing flower beds on their place anymore, or they're upgrading or whatever, so putting in new stuff and want to get rid of the old stuff. So you can find that kind of stuff for next to nothing. I also went down and I purchased, don't judge me, these solar lights. I got them at Dollar Tree, $1.25 each, and I picked them up yesterday and put them in here. The spotlight, little sunflower spotlight ones are, and they didn't have a full charge on them, obviously, because I picked them up yesterday. And last night I did put them out in the sun. They were out there maybe for a couple hours, because by the time I got back here, the sun pretty much was, it wasn't like they were sitting out here all day long in the sun, you know. So they got a couple hours of charge on them. They might be a little better, you know, once they get maybe a full charge on them or something. I'm not sure that they're ever going to get a full charge over here, because this is not fully in the sun all day long. But it is in the sun, parts of it is in the sun for most of the day. I would say. I mean, I wouldn't say even most of the day. I would say probably from noon until about probably 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, somewhere in there. So they might do a little better. The cylinder ones, however, these little cylinder looking lights right there, those were awesome. I was really shocked at how bright they were. And hopefully they'll last a long time. $1.25 each, what the heck, you know, give it a shot. So, and it puts a nice little accent out here during the nighttime hours. So, I'll take you back, show you the babies. You hadn't seen them in a while. I haven't been doing these kind of videos because they're just not, I'm not getting a lot of views on them, to be honest with you. You know, I'm assuming it probably has to do with I'm not an exciting person. Well, who is that? Mr. Elvis? Now I'm having to take him down. We found this awesome vet here. Well, I wouldn't say it's here. It's about 40 minutes from us, but it's no longer for us to drive to there than it is for us to drive into town the other direction. So anyways, this vet is so ridiculously cheap. They're a large animal vet that's just way off the beaten path, actually over in Alabama. It's near Andalusia. And one, we have to get our English Bulldog, we need to get her fixed. Two, she was having some issues, and we believe it has to do with, you know, she was getting sick, she had some diarrhea and stuff like this, so we thought she had worms. So we had treated her for worms, and it really didn't back off any as far as her diarrhea, and you could just tell she was not feeling well. And so we found this vet, took her in, we updated her shots while we were there. Let's see, we updated her shots. First time being seen by this vet now, never been seen by this vet. And so she got a full exam. She got the vet, because she's got some swelling on her side, and she's thinking possibly that her uterus, I guess, might have some infection going on, because this is the time she's supposed to be going in heat. Anyways, gave her her shots, gave her a steroid shot to help bring down the swelling, and then a bottle of antibiotic. Ouch, I'm getting bit, sorry. A bottle of antibiotic, and that vet bill was $90. That's crazy. Let's put it this way, I had taken our French Bulldog to a vet over in Alabama that's right across the line that's near us. It cost us for his shots, and that's pretty much mostly what we had done was his shots, and we checked him had him checked for heartworm. Anyways, that bill was $300 for his shots and having him checked for heartworm. $300. And they wanted like $1,500 to, what do you do with the heartworm treatment thing or whatever. And they were just outrageous. Their pricing was outrageous. Anyways, we asked her while we were there, there was two things that I wanted. One, I wanted to have our English Bulldog fixed, okay? And the other thing is Elvis, our male goat, has gotten to the age that basically he is beating the tar out of me. Every time I go into this pen, he's coming up from behind. He literally knocked me out of my shoes the other day. And I told my husband, I said, he's gonna make me fall. I mean, it's only gonna get worse because he's gonna get bigger, you know? And he doesn't stop. There's nothing you can do to get him to stop. So, the only thing that's going to help with him is having him fixed. And that should take away him bullying me like he is. So anyways, for our English Bulldog to have her fixed, $175 for the whole thing. $175 to have your dog fixed. That's the euthanization, or not euthanization, excuse me. Putting her to sleep, the whole surgery is $175. That's crazy. Our goat, to have him fixed, I guess you would call it fixed, $45 is what they'll charge. That's nuts. That's absolutely, I mean, we were so thrilled about this because we thought for sure our English Bulldog, we thought was gonna run us $600 to have her fixed, is what we were thinking. I mean, we thought that was maybe on the high end, but that was my guesstimate. Anyways, no. She's just an absolutely, she's a vet that you can tell just loves the animals, you know. And somewhere along the line, I think a lot of these doctors and vets have lost that. You know, it's all about the money. Let's see how fast we can get you in and get you out and collect your money. That's, you know, I remember I had a Sheltie. She was one of my all-time favorite dogs I ever had, and she went everywhere with me. She had gotten into she was outside and she'd gotten into a garbage can that had some bad meat in it. Well, it made her really, really sick. Brought her to the vet. She was at the vet for 2 weeks. They did not do anything. They ran some blood work and that was it. And they charged us $800 and something for that visit. They didn't, basically they called and says, well, there's nothing they can do. They sent her home to die. So when we went and picked her up, now she didn't arrive this way. When we went and picked her up, she had totally stopped eating. And it was only in the last couple days that they put intravenously fed her. So she wasn't getting any protein, nutrients, or anything. They just put her in a cage and left her there. I was so upset. I got her home and she couldn't even stand. She would just fall over because she was so weak. I fed her with a syringe and fed her with baby food. That's what I gave her, was baby food. Within 4 days, she was up and walking around as if nothing was wrong with her. We ended up having her for another, I want to say another 6 years before pretty much old age took her from us. And it was the same, we had another Sheltie that was the same thing. We had at the same time gotten hit by a vehicle. And they pretty much, they didn't think he was gonna make it, sent him home. They stitched him up, okay? Charged us $2 grand to fix his wounds, stitching him up. There was no surgery really involved. It was stitching up his wounds. It cost us $2,000. Now, the only thing I can say about that vet is that was a different vet. That was the one vet that we went to that allowed for us to go on a payment plan. Because if they didn't allow that, we would have had to have him euthanized. We didn't have that kind of money, you know, but I had to beg them to let us do it. Never missed a payment, and I paid them off relatively quick. Anyways, that vet is one that told me that you can slow kill heartworm by just giving them heartworm pills. They didn't tell me that the success rate was very low doing that. They didn't tell me that that was dangerous really to do that. I didn't know this until we went to this new vet. Their treatment for him to get treated for heartworm is a shot that they give him, and I think it's two different shots. That's not dangerous, doesn't put your dog at risk. It costs $60. That's crazy. I mean, for something they were going to charge us $1,500 for. Nothing was ever brought up about this other treatment that you can do that this other vet is doing, or is going to do once we bring our other dog in. But anyways, here nor there, but that's what the plans are. We already have an appointment for our English Bulldog. We're hoping, I mean, she did say, the vet said, if she starts taking it going downhill again, to give them a call and they'll have her come in emergency and do the surgery and have her fixed right away, because that will take her uterus out of play, and because she's concerned if she gets sick again or whatever, that I guess it can cause sepsis, or whatever they call that. They could become septic, I guess is the word. So she told me to keep a close eye on her, and she's doing better. Her diarrhea has totally stopped, which is awesome. But we have an appointment for her, but they could not get her in until July. So that's our first thing we're going to be doing. And then we got to find, we can't do this until we find, yeah, I'm talking about you, Bubby. Yes, I am. I'm talking about you, little bully. We're going to, after we have her done, we don't have like a livestock trailer, so we want to try to find something that we're going to be able to, he's really too big to go into a dog crate anymore. And we don't have one that is that big, but try to find something that we can maybe put in the back of the truck that he can go into, that so we can get him to the vet to have him taken care of after we do her. But I'm just taking one step at a time on that. And then I will be taking our French Bulldog down and having him all taken care of as well. But we're going to take one step at a time, and really she is, our English Bulldog right now is priority. So that's what we're doing right now. So I want to tell you guys, we got these, they're called red sex-link chickens. Where are we at? There you were. Red sex-link chickens, okay? Trying to catch one here. What do you, ooh, ooh, ooh. Well, hi, Bubby. Anyways, you can see them over there. This one here, that was, I called Gimpy. When we got them, she was limping really, really bad. Well, her limp isn't totally gone, but it is almost gone. I mean, it's almost totally gone. But these other chickens just beat the tar out of her. I don't know, you can see her wings, how her under feathers, white under feathers, are showing so much, and that's because they just pecked the daylights out of her. And they've pecked her so much to the point I've come out here and she'll have blood on her wings. You know, I don't know what to really do about it, but anyways, I will say this though, these chickens are absolutely awesome. They won't, you know, if you want to pick them up, they squat. And they'll follow you everywhere. They like being held, they like being petted, you know. They're just an awesome, awesome chicken. And their eggs are huge and they lay a lot. Now, because they lay a lot, you're not gonna get as many years of laying out of them, probably just a couple years out of them as far as laying wise, because they lay so many eggs. But I don't know what it's doing now, but she doesn't seem to mind it. What are you doing? Anyways, we definitely, if we have to get some more chickens, we definitely are gonna get those again. They're probably my favorite chicken that we have, outside of Maisie. Maisie's awesome. Our little Silky over there. Find her. Yeah, she over there. Roscoe, you know, I was having the problem with him attacking me and stuff. Well, I fixed it. And the way I fixed it, I had to chase him around the pen. I didn't do anything to him, okay? Nothing was done outside of chasing him. And since I've done that, he's not attacked me not one time. I don't know if it was, okay, I had to show dominance to him or what, but all fixed. He's not done anything. Well, hey, Miss Priscilla, you want to say hello? Do you want to say hello? Yes, you talking? Are you talking? Yes, you are. I hear you. I hear you. Yes, I do. Pretty baby. You're gonna make your Elvis. He can't stand it. Yeah. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I got to get them put up. So I'm sorry we don't have a cooking video this week. I thought about doing one myself, but I'm not the cook in the family. I really didn't want to throw something on you guys that you probably wouldn't like. But my husband's the cook, for sure. He's an awesome, awesome cook. And you guys get a chance to look up the videos we've put on here. He has some awesome recipes on there that are just fantastic. I've always said that he missed his calling. He's in the wrong line of business. To me, he definitely should have had his own restaurant, because he missed his calling for sure. But I'm gonna close her down. Like I said, you get a chance, check out those other videos, the cooking videos. Definitely worth your time, I'm telling you. Last one that he did was last Sunday, and it was nothing more than egg salad sandwich. But it's actually a pretty cute little video, so. Anyways, check them out. And if you would, like, subscribe, and share, guys. We're trying. I'm apparently doing something wrong, I think, because we're only getting 20 views. Maybe 100 views on some of them, but on our videos. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Anyways, if we're trying to grow the channel, and we don't really know how to do it, but If we don't do it, that's fine too, because it's a keepsake for us and definitely a keepsake for my daughter. So, but it's a keepsake for her because that's something I didn't have when I lost my son, which I haven't shared with you guys, but I did. I lost my son when he was 19 years old in a motorcycle accident. And to this day, it's still hard for me to talk about, and that was back in 2008. And, but anyways, I had pictures of him, but I didn't have any videos except for when he was a baby. I didn't have any of that. So I'm doing this more for her than I am anything, you know, so she'll have something. Anyways, check out the other videos and I will catch you guys on the next one. You guys take care.